Say omu na Kumasi for me no mu enya omu ni nya issue kakra no mu problem say sabe me feel say nkoma na prempe ne kra na se be kwa ma lawyer ba fo ewu ahokra no a the percentage I'm talking about is
unrealistic.
Okay, so benya between 71 and
yeah. And you got to about
I doubted.
Yes.
Because of
in fact, to be fair, me pass it. No. For be fair, me catch say in fact, or say me the research be say beto abonti anka o ma me nkona way and the begu many mase.
I see.
Yeah. Oh, the names are not person wiki me too. As a researcher, I know I am not God. What I know is that I do the right thing, and so the likelihood of my predictions coming through is very high. Me cry the mean Samsung can say, "Mama me the name mo say prove me wrong." Mon koye adwuma na mon sesa ne me maka no. That's what I want to see the stakeholders do. Na me dey say eno achi no. Be say NDC for mpani for be trooping to Ashanti region. Bisa me new Collins.
Hey sir.
Oh.
Ne post ne buy.
Mpani for ye ho adwuma. Nti wo betena ho no madidi ata.
Is Ashanti region hotels e kro NDC for munya baabi na.
Sir?
Omonya jai omo ye bia na bego. Ebe form ze rapture.
Brother me.
Yes, Prof.
Quickly, phone calls versus face to face. Me not here can say.
Yeah.
If you look into my eye and we are having a conversation one on one, ubenya may answer. But ubesanya additional information of my body language. Ubesanya a confirmation of my environment as compared to my answer. Some is you TV craminibi and so here ye and a bombechi. As it's in a way, you are cry in your bini. And so, if you are not more busu make it your eye can see. And the Obia one advantages and disadvantages, but the highest or the method that gives you the highest information is face to face. Yes, it is costly and time wasting because Obi on my son yada German. Why you busy? Unti so for no say answer me net. Then it has those deficiencies to it at the but it has proven to be the best because my additional information in addition to the answer wow to me pick in fact this political adi me wow message from the community because communities need to be on more. You don't need to ask them questions to know omu problem. Obaya to signboard kakrakaso ne boho udu ya anu ahu. And last week, you identify Tunkwase, number 1, number 2, 4, no network, no vote. I never want me report in the moon. And face to face will always be the best method. Resources and time, we need time, especially now pentem. I don't know, but then I say my telephone because telephone there, what you have here, you can call a lot of people. And I am surprised that even with telephone calls, we still don't see the need to increase sample size.
Into which you said telephone doesn't give accuracy.
You see, you fall on it when you are like only adagye no need then they are the better face to face now. No fall on it. And also be more information
cheap.
But unya the additional issues now while betting observe it.
Okay.
A cronimu so mu kwan yes so mu kwan ye. Say nipa ne kind of crash so on kind of crunch. You and I are not there. Yes,
you and I were not there.
We're not there. And now, Rocker Mamen can't also say Ghana need be anywhere. Any person ponya Ghana from Punkwa. Said you cry now because I want to say, Uncle Sammy Hoye. So, Brunya, baby. Brunya, wait there to say, oh, Brunya, wait there, and you cry, Rocker. Last, yes, oh, and it never be a very common answer to hear. Or my name, I quite a common answer. But nipa no or catch on no senka out in anymore. And you can measure his response against the observations that you can do around. Menka say telephone enye. But so wadajia mo amuti research students listening to us this morning. I'm saying that if you really have the time, don't choose the easiest and the weakest of the methods. Sure. Do you get it? Unless you are who need time, like never be a deity out there,
and you are
then you can fall on.
You have the resources.
The adi, but say oh a unit the episode year. In fact, go for obi a wakwakoto aba ma NDC ho kwan e de asumdwe emfasumdwe ma. Sanso na akoto aba ma NDC nso a. No ahweso akoto aba ma NDC. Na menkosi obi a ono so kwakoto na aba ma MPP na party fufuro obi a ho kwan. Now, dear, let's allow a free environment, peaceful, transparent election. Now more Kenya. Me say me release me results here. Strategic shiftings have occurred.
What do you mean by strategic shiftings?
Oh, Mr. Kumase, a lot of influx of strategic political stakeholders trying to check the options. In fact,
why you can't say what the enemy papa no?
In their hearts.
Are you suggesting say about to a second round?
Seriously, that would not be my wish.
But
especially, yes, no say NDC and MPP through. Can the votes not enough for them to cross the 50% mark? But okay, 49.1. Now say MPP ni now sorry koye juma. Now timide cross the 50% mark. Now here 45.8. Now say NDC ni say to me cross koye juma now to me cross the 50% mark. And they are going to deploy all means possible.
In two patches, as of November 16 now, ESR research, no. Now, Obi anywhere when you 50%.
Yes.
But there are other opinion polls that say be of 53.
No, Marty 50. You see, one interesting.
I didn't know they are correct. No, they are correct.
Depends
on the methodology and also the tools that you.
Some of them may be
Obiano in the background. So. Media, statistics, research design, and data analytics. In fact, question B will be maybe Sami Biano based on my work. My answer will not be me. My answer will be science. My heterogeneity different from will be heterogeneity. Obi feels say Ghana yebako and that Obi timi have 100 to represent 276. I disagree because scientifically, my definition of heterogeneity is already established. Yes, Ghana yebako there. On what basis na the Mahama yanyan bako na mchiche mu 276? To create a constituency, a lot of thinking goes into it. Scientifically, there is already a defined heterogeneity the 276 constituencies. That is science. When chiremu abechire bia na media no ebebo ebra because who ko chiremu ko say any Ashanti region metimi the 9 constituencies are representing 47 constituencies. That will be up to you. Do you get it? And then in selecting the samples, meaning process be you say random. In fact, these 2 weeks, Martin randoms are. There is a difference, Brakwame, between random as a word and randomization. One is not the process of doing the other.
I see.
And here, randomization will be taken as the process of doing a random sampling.
Yes.
No. Randomization means that you are setting out a model. Beer. Say the population nearby. It will select maybe at the nth or the ith person.
Sure.
Randomization suggests itself to what we call repeatability of science. Nipa neba no be found randomization scheme no. Or no should be selecting the ith or the nth person in the chain, so that methods can be compared, and I said the outcomes can be compared. Randomization.
Sure.
In fact, there are several forms of randomization: randomized controls, randomized this, randomized that. There's a group nucleate baku exposed, baku non-exposed. For the exposed, we are selecting these people. For the unexposed, you are comparing. And now can random one. Me feel said the people are trying to talk about random sampling.
Yes.
Senior, random sampling is the least of all the probability samples. In fact, random sampling is supposed to be the last after you have engineered the sampling. Because minimum who report in the back nipa not trying to do random sampling. Me blame no because random to say lottery. Ya also adena ye yi baako.
Cha.
Ye yi baako no. Na ahafu. Ahafu was this constituencies. She random na ye kana random now. Where you baako ye so tifis out. Or they are to ho. Okay, of course second round. She manjem and then manjem is a random. It's random. Oyi na yesu na fun off. Wakoye research in 2 constituencies. I conclude say NDC is winning Ahafo region hands down. The challenge is that you are using the least of the probability samples to misrepresent. Let's just say, you don't care the dynamics. Unfortunately for that random process, both constituencies are selected in your NDC constituencies. What do you expect as the outcome? Wako May school, boys and girls near the whole school muho. Also method that person use a simple random sampling and a random mokika kenya. And was selecting nipa 100. Yes, one could be one for one shame. Who kata weni? And a she naiba kuno yoba. She naive no yoba. It is possible so betty me 100 ninja ma. Who dear no your research? Are you therefore saying say the school is not a girls' school?
No, we're not crying a fallacy.
It makes
a fallacy of equivocation.
Hey, Cindy, say if we are doing this thing in class, simple random sampling will be the least of the random probability sampling processes. And I wish we learn. Maybe and yet my predict to say I've gone beyond that. I mean, I've predicted separate different elections. Mako 11 since I took interest in this. The Sakra will be a 96.9% accuracy.
Hey.
Yeah. Oh yes. Nini na so ba who atemdidi enkoni emra ya ni ade ya ebewa besi nesi. And I'm not here to do. You see, I'm in next level and I'm mature. A colleague doctor told me, say, oh, and I said, oh, there was some risk anyway, you know, but it looks like you thought too much. In fact, NDC Professor Bia Minim the crack catcher and say, oh, why were you trying to do research methods 202 or
that's an out try there.
But that is the point I want to carry, and not the figures that you insult me on.